Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel, Kitchen Notes from Nancy. If you're new here, I'd like to welcome you to the channel, and I hope you decide to subscribe today. And if you're already a member of the neighborhood, I'd like to greet you with the customary, hey neighbor. In today's recipe, I have the perfect comfort food for you. We're doing a hearty but tasty chili recipe. So if you want to learn how to make it, all you got to do is stay tuned. Let's get started with a quick overview of the ingredients. Make sure that you check the description box below. All the list of ingredients as well as the measurements will be below for you. Now, in today's recipe, we're going to make this a little bit leaner. So we are going to be using ground turkey. If you would rather use ground beef, it is perfectly fine. We're also going to use two types of beans, black beans and red kidney beans. And the star of the show will also be those fire roasted tomatoes. So we're going to start by just dicing up our veggies. I find that it helps to go ahead and get all of this out of the way, and then you're just assembling. We are using a jalapeno pepper, and if you are a punk when it comes to spice like I am, then make sure you de-seed the jalapeno. That's what you're watching me do here. I'm just taking out the seeds and the membranes, and it helps to control the heat a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and get that diced up as well. We're also using some onion. Y'all know I don't really cook anything without bell peppers, onions, and all of that good stuff. So go ahead and do kind of a little slightly fine dice on those. So now I have already heated up my cast iron boiler, and I'm putting about 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil in there. You know that turkey is super, super lean, so it doesn't have a lot of fat, so that's just going to help us start the browning process on this turkey a little bit. So I'm just breaking it up here with my wooden spoon. And then once it's all browned, we are going to go ahead and add all of our vegetables. So here I'm adding the 2 bell peppers, the onions, as well as the jalapeno pepper. And then we are just going to kind of let this start to get to know each other for a minute. Stir it up really, really good. And then we are going to go into our seasonings. And don't forget that they are listed below for you. We're going to go ahead and add the garlic in. I didn't add it in with everything else, so that's what I'm doing there. So now it's time to add in some seasonings. I'm just going to take the entire bowl and put it in there. In the bowl, we have some chili powder, cumin, salt, black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika, and some Slap Your Mama. Look down in the description bar. All of the ingredients as well as the measurements will be below. Now, the important thing to remember, I give you kind of a guide of ingredients, and you can adjust this to your taste. You may like it a little bit spicier, and you may want to add in cayenne pepper. You may like it a little bit more salty, and you want to use a little bit more salt. This is just a guideline for where you kind of should start, and then you can adjust the taste as you go and let the chili simmer. Now we're going to get ready to add in some of our final things. We're going to put those fire roasted tomatoes in. They really add a lot to this chili. You can also use the chili ready tomatoes, but I don't want you to use regular tomatoes because you can get a lot of good flavor by using the tomatoes that have something added to them. So the fire roasted or chili ready ones. Now, for my chili, I like to mix up the beans. So I am using the red kidney beans, but I'm also using black beans. And if you want to use one type of bean, that's perfectly fine. I just like to mix it up. It gives a little color variant and a little bit different taste. And guys, we are almost done assembling this. Now we're going to go in with our chicken broth. Now, if you use ground beef, feel free to use beef broth. I used chicken broth just because, like I said in the beginning, this is a slightly leaner recipe. So I'm using ground turkey. But if you are using ground beef, feel free to use beef broth. That will be perfectly fine. I would encourage you to use the lower sodium. That way you can control the salt. We are going to add in the bay leaf. And y'all, this is assembled. I'm going to put the top on there and let that go for about 30 minutes. Now, here's a little bonus for you. While my chili was cooking, I decided to whip up some good old southern cornbread for you. And yes, y'all know I have a recipe. So if you want the entire recipe, look down in the description bar and I will share my cornbread recipe with you. This is the base recipe that I use for dressing and all of that good stuff. So we are going to get this whipped up while our chili is simmering, and then we are going to have us some chili and cornbread for dinner. Alright, so the cornbread is ready. I've taken it out of the oven. That's a nice little sneak peek of it. And we are going to get ready to check on our chili. Alrighty, so now it has simmered for about 45 minutes while that cornbread was cooking. I am looking for those 2 bay leaves. I found one and I will find the other one after this clip. So you see me searching for it. You want to make sure you take those out. You don't want anybody to get that bay leaf in their bowl. And guys, we are pretty much done. We are going to get this thing plated up. So I'm just adding it to the bowl here. And then we're going to put some awesome little toppings. Look at that. Oh, I can't wait to taste it. So I'm going to add a little bit of cheese to it. Y'all know cheese makes everything better. Then we're going to add a little bit of sour cream. If sour cream is not your thing, you can omit it. Any of these toppings you can omit. This is your recipe. Change it up how you want it. And then we are going to add, after that sour cream, a little bit of green onion. And here we go. This was the final product. Y'all, this is absolutely delicious. It'll be good with hamburger meat or the ground turkey like I did. Also, thank you for watching today. Don't forget to subscribe. If you are already subscribed or if you subscribe today, make sure you hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I post a new video. So this is the first video of 2022. We're going to get on a regular schedule. I'll be back on Thursday with a white chicken chili. Yeah, it's a chili week. So again, thank y'all so very much, and I'll see you in the next one.